Hey yo, welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. Greatly appreciate anyone and everyone for stopping by and talking a little horror with me tonight. We are counting down the weeks to Scream 7, baby. 6 more weeks and this bad boy is upon us from today, kind of exactly. Some of us are probably going to see it Thursday night with some early previews, which is really exciting. Some of us, maybe Friday, the weekend afterwards. But something that is going to be fun is that entire weekend. February 27th, the 28th, the 29th. That's just not a 29th. March 1st, March 2nd. If there was a 29th of February, that would be insane. I don't believe this year is a leap year. But anyways, that entire weekend, I will be live streaming, talking about Scream 7, and it will be spoiler discussions. Just to warn you all, since we're getting 6 weeks away, we are getting close. But yeah, a lot of Scream talk that weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend for old Jake. I'm not only going to be talking about Scream with everybody, breaking down the new film, but also we will be playing Resident Evil 9 that also comes out that day, which I'm really, really, really excited for. A lot of good vibes, a lot of hype. A lot of things I'm excited for. So hopefully you guys will be joining us that weekend for a lot of different streams. It's just going to be stream after stream after stream, baby. So stop on by. It'll be pretty damned cool. Who's with us tonight? We got Paula Fitzhenry. What's up? What's up? Welcome in. Nice. Tori Mayers is also a channel member. What's up, Tori? How we doing? Hey, guys. Yo, yo, yo. Jordan Talks Films saying, what's good? What's good, Jordan? Welcome in. Welcome in. What's good? Hopefully Scream 7, baby. Erica Stabs for likes is modding tonight, keeping the chat safe. Also a channel member. Pretty damn cool. Appreciate you a bunch. What's up? What's up? Welcome in. Talking Star Wars is seeing the film on the 28th, because usually the theaters open early for me. Very nice. Yeah, I'm likely going to be seeing it the first showing of that Thursday. Really excited for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's always nice to do Thursday previews. When I was younger, they used to only do Thursday previews at like 10 o'clock at the earliest. Like it was almost always midnight Thursday that they would do a showing. But every now and then you get a 10 o'clock, and I remember it was like exciting. Now they do Thursday showings for movies at like 5, which is crazy. I'm going to see Return to Silent Hill this week, or next week, sorry, at like 5 o'clock. And I was just thinking about that today. I'm like, no, it's a Thursday preview, and I'm seeing this at 5 o'clock. Like when I was a kid, when I was a youngster, you know, it was a totally different story. So my hip just cracked, and I feel old. So I gotta go take my back pill, and we'll get back to the damn stream. Anyways, we have CBEU8PZ. What's up, my friend? How we doing? Do you remember when you made a short about an article saying if Danny were to be the killer in Scream 7, and you were saying what the motive should be? I don't know. I don't remember. I talked a lot about Danny being the killer in Scream 6. So, you know, Scream 7 theories with him, you know, because there was a time when we believed that, you know, all the characters from 6 who survived were going to make it into this film, and obviously that's not the case now. I don't even remember what I was saying regarding Danny still being alive at the end of 6, possibly coming into 7. Obviously, that dream is no longer happening. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what I was saying there. That's interesting. Long time ago, man. I've made a lot of videos on this page, you know, so it's kind of, some of them just fall to the wayside, sadly. Some of them I just forget about. Tristan2695 is saying, Jake, we need a Hills Have Eyes reboot or a Wrong Turn mobile that's actually cannibalism like the original. Oh, but I loved the remake. I loved the remake so much. I mean, I'd be into that. I wouldn't be against it. The Alexander Aja flick was pretty fun, though. You know, I mean, like, would we do something like similar to that with Hills Have? I don't know. That's tough to say. They're guilty pleasures for me, I feel like, when it comes to the original Wrong Turn flicks. Like, I've never had like a solid, super big love for them, but I think they're just really fun, gore candy kind of movies. Like, I especially love the 4th one. I don't think it's very good, but I love the kills are very mean-spirited and fun to me. And I have a good time watching it, but you know, it's a very surface level, just crazy slasher flick. So you know, it's fun for what it is. I don't, you know, if we were to, I don't think you have to make another Wrong Turn to accomplish something similar to that, right? Like we can just make a we can just go see Terrifier 4 and kind of get something similar out of it. So I think as long as we have franchises like that, though, it is fun every now and then just turn your brain off and watch some crazy gore. So that's always a good time. Always a good time. William Sistrunk is saying happy Friday, Jake. Happy Friday, William. We made it to the end of the week, baby. Loving that. Loving that. It's the weekend. It's time to party. It's time to talk a little horror. I love it. Unbridled Instinct is saying what's going on, Jake. Vibing, talking horror, chilling out, planning some secret fun stuff that you guys don't know about yet, but I can't even remotely talk about that yet. I'm sworn to secrecy on something that I really shouldn't even be hinting at right now. Alex is saying, Jake, I wish I could see the Bone Temple, but haven't seen the other movies. I'm trying to think, like, you really only need to see 28 years later. Like, there's some things you should probably know. You should probably watch Days and Weeks before you see Years in Bone Temple, but like, I would, you really only need to see Years kind of thing. You might be confused with something that happens in Bone Temple right at the end, but outside of that, you'll be good to watch those movies. They're really good. I recommend them. I don't see, I'm going to be honest, Bone Temple blew my mind so much. I don't know if anything's going to beat it out this year. It's my number one, and it's probably going to stay there for a very long time. I don't know. I don't know what else is going to top that. This might be the first year ever where a January release stays my number one until the end of the year, which would be nuts. It's never happened before. So I'm kind of rooting for it a little bit. I want it to be my number one, and that would be fun, I think. So I'm all year I think about what's going to be the best horror flick of the year. You know, what's going to be the number one when we get to the end of all this. And last year was Weapons. That was one I almost knew immediately after watching it. I'm like, yeah, that was my favorite horror flick of last year. But Bone Temple, dude, I mean, I had a very similar feeling walking out of the theater with that one. I was like, wow, that was amazing. So I loved that flick so much. It's one of the better middle parts of a trilogy I think I've ever seen. And I haven't even seen the last movie yet. It's not even made yet. So I have nothing but love for the Boner Temple. We got Gina hanging out with us. What's up? What's up? Mike Junkie Jordy, thanks for being a channel member. Hi, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. We have Ty Lee throwing $5 out there. Ty, thank you for the support. And look at you, you're talking about Weapons. I finally watched Weapons, and I love it. My favorite film from last year. Ty, I swear to God, I did not read that before going on that whole rant. That is so weird. I'm so glad you loved it. I also loved it. I think it's a masterpiece for what it is. I think it's one of those movies that we might not realize it now, but in a few years, I think everyone's going to be like, that was really fucking good, you know? Like, I think that's one of those movies we're going to keep coming back to and just being like, oh my God, like that was I can't believe we got that movie and everyone didn't just lose their minds over it. But Weapons, I really think it's going to be one of those classics that stands the test of time. Like one of the defining horror films of the 2020s, I think without a doubt, which I don't know, might sound crazy to some people. I think it's that good. And I think it's more than just good. I feel like it kind of captures a lot of the horror and feelings of this time period. And that's such a big thing, I think, when it comes to what's the best horror flicks of a certain decade. You know, like when we go back to the 80s, a lot of films come to mind. The Thing, The Shining. I mean, I'm trying to think what else, like The Fly, The Blob, like those are up there. A lot of great movies from the 80s, though, overall. And if we're talking about slashers, it's a whole different conversation, right? Nightmare on Elm Street, maybe Friday the 13th. A lot of crazy movies coming out from this time period. But like, what is your defining horror film of a generation? You know, and I feel like Weapons is definitely up there, or at least in like a top 5. Like, I don't know if it's number 1 movie of like the decade so far or anything like that, but I think it's in the conversation. I think it is absolutely like we're that one's getting brought up for sure. But Ty, thank you for the 5. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm so glad that you liked Weapons. I thought it was amazing. So I'm glad you liked it as well. We have Melissa hanging out with us saying, hey, Jake and all, what's up, welcome in. ASMR Ty saying, Jake just saw Night Patrol. You seen it or not, my friend? I really want to see that. Got a lot of great people in it. CM Punk, Justin Long. It comes from producer Josh Goldblum, who's also a producer on, what is it? The VHS movies, the most recent entries over on Shudder, which I am just a big fan of those. And if I'm not mistaken, Ryan Prose, who did one of my favorite VHS segments ever at the end of '94. Did he write and direct it, or I can't remember? Night Patrol. I am loving everything about everything I'm hearing about Night Patrol sounds freaking awesome. So bring it on. Yeah, it's directed by Ryan Prose, who very underrated director. A lot of love for him. Flying Lotus is in this. Hey, yo, dude, I didn't know that. Dermot Mulroney, that's great. Okay. Yeah, definitely seeing this one this weekend if I can. A lot of love. A lot of love for a lot of these creatives a part of this one. David S. Goyer, great producer too. Just it's another name that I'm noticing. Know him from a lot of stuff. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I'm absolutely gonna try to see that one this weekend if I can. I've had no time to go to the theater in the last 2 days. Otherwise I would have probably already seen it, but it is on the list. It is on the list, baby. Cody's with us. What's up, Cody? How we doing? Austin Allman, ayo. Faith Dorn, welcome in. So much love, fellas. Thanks for being with us. Peyton RU is throwing $10 out there. Thank you for the 10. Really appreciate the support. You guys are killing it. Well, we already got 2 out of 10 of our super chat goal. Look at that. Peyton is saying, hey, Jake, it's been a tough week. My grandma recently got diagnosed with cancer. I'm so sorry about that, Peyton. That's horrible to hear. But I just want you to know that you've been helping me, keeping a smile on my face all this week. That's really wonderful to hear, Peyton. And I'm really sorry about your grandma. That's horrible. I hope that, just watching some videos, thinking about horror, putting your head in a different space, maybe a more fun space, can help out with that a little bit. So I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you supporting the page, and just so much love to your grandma, my friend. I'm really sorry about that. I appreciate you watching, and just know that this is a safe space. Just talk about all that fun stuff, and we have nothing but love and support for fellow members of our community here, Peyton. So much love to you. Again, thank you for supporting the page, and I just really hope everything goes good. Just keep a positive mindset, my friend. So much love. Thank you for the 10. Really does mean a lot. We got Tristan out there becoming a Ghostface member. What's up, Tristan? How we doing? Thank you for the support. Thanks for being a Ghostface member. I have a fun video, still working on it, but it's coming out very soon. Vampire Diaries. We're reviewing a bunch of Kevin Williamson stuff that I've never seen before. So I'm going through the Vampire Diaries right now, and I'll have a review out on season 1 very soon. Really excited to talk about that. So Scream fans, keep a lookout for some of these membership perks. Going to be a lot more Scream and Kevin Williamson oriented stuff coming soon. Tyler Mann is also with us. What's up, Tyler? How we doing? What's up? Welcome in. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for talking a little horror with us tonight. Austin loved Primate, saying Primate was so fun. I agree. Primate was a really good time. Had a real fun time with that one. Really cool stuff. Tristan is saying, what is your honest opinion on Welcome to Derry? I loved it. I personally think it was better than the movies. I'm with you, dude. I honestly never would have thought that either. No, I was going into that show thinking this will be all right. It's Pennywise coming to the small screen. They're just wanting to do more with this IP. So I went into it with an open mind, wasn't expecting much, and I got to be honest, I was pretty blown away. I mean, it's not a perfect season by any means, but I think I do like it better than the movies. I think they're able to do more with Pennywise that I thought was cool, and that's a crazy thing to say when he's really only in half the season. But I just how they portrayed Pennywise and the kids, I just feel like they were able to do a lot more than the movies. I do love It Chapter 1 quite a bit, but man, there is something about that show that I just thought really worked for me. I liked this first season of Welcome to Derry even better than Stranger Things season 5. I can confidently say that about the show, which is pretty nuts. So love that. Tristan, I'm glad you liked the show as much as I did. I thought it was fantastic. I'm dying for season 2, frankly. So Daniel is hanging out with us. What's up? Hey, Jake, it's Daniel from. What's up, Daniel from France. There we go. No, you're good. Well, what's up, my friend from France? Welcome in, Daniel. It's 1 a.m. here, and I'm watching you. That's love. That is love. You stayed up all night just to watch this silly stream. I appreciate that, Daniel. Thank you for listening to me yap. How is it over in France? Is it chill? Are you underneath the Eiffel Tower? Am I just a dumb American that can't name anything else going on in France? What's up? Let me know. Let me know where you're hanging out in France. Or don't dox yourself. I don't know why I'm asking you that. Thank you for being with us, Daniel. So much love. William Sistrunk is saying you can see Chad out of Gail's car, but not Mindy. Any chance Ghostface kills her in that fight scene before they go meet Sydney? I think there's absolutely a chance that one or both of the Meeks Martin twins die, and that would be a major bummer, dude. I would be really upset. I do not want to see these characters go. I think that there is still a lot of story we can still do with them, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we at least have them have some cool moments in this flick before they just get sliced up, So much love to the Meeks Martin twins. Cannot wait to see them again in this flick. Ty Lee is saying, I did not expect to see Justin Long in Weapons or the goofy dad from Halloween 2018. Yes, it has an excellent cast across the board. And in both cases, I feel like we're seeing Justin Long and that actor, whose name I can't remember, play very different roles than what they're typically known from in horror. Justin Long, I feel like, typically plays like an asshole character, and here he's a pretty sober, like, dad character, which is interesting. Same thing with the sheriff in Weapons. He's played by the goofy peanut butter on my penis dad, which that is an actual line from him in Halloween 2018, in case you haven't seen that one. And it's funny. He's so straight-laced in this movie. Really shows versatility in the performer, and I love that. So Weapons, if nothing else, has an amazing cast. So if you hated the movie, I think you kind of have to admit, cast was pretty fucking cool, though. Gina has been a member for 31 months. Giving me some Halloween vibes with the 31 there. Or maybe some Rob Zombie vibes. I don't know, but I love it, Gina. Thank you for your support for that long. That's crazy. Sending the like button. Send the like button some love, people, please. Hit that like button, get more people in this stream so we can talk horror with all kinds of friends. We got 54 friends hanging out with us tonight. That's very awesome. Thank you for being here on a wonderful, wonderful Friday night. So Gina, so much love to you. Thank you for being a member for 31 months. That's like almost 2.5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Is that more than 2.5 years? I can't do math, so that's more than 2.5 years. That's great. That's like 2 years and 7 months, I think. I can't do math, so I might be wrong about that. But Gina, thank you for your support. As long as you've been here, you've been a huge member of this community, and we greatly appreciate you. So thank you. Chase from Moser Movie Reviews is saying 43 days until Scream 7, baby. Hell yes, bring it on. I cannot wait for February 27th. It's gonna be fun. Kelly Stroh Snyder is a channel member. Thank God it's Friday, fam. Absolutely. 100%, 100%. Really excited for all this fun stuff. Fachi Cinema is with us. We were hanging out with him earlier in the week, watching the original Scream, which was great. Saying thank you again for coming on the channel. Absolutely, it was a really fun time watching some Scream. I needed to do a rewatch, and it's always fun watching it with someone new, hearing different perspectives, going different places with conversation. So it was a really good time. Thanks for having me, my friend. Thanks for having me come on. Really good time. What else is going on here? We have Mr. Tebow 1710 throwing $10 out there. Thank you, Mr. Tebow. I'm gonna hit the like on that one. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support, my friend. You're also saying, hey, what's up? What's up, dude? What's up? Thank you for the support. Thanks for supporting the page. Thanks for keeping the lights on around here. Otherwise, if I didn't have this, you wouldn't even be able to see me. It'd be terrible. Peyton is throwing 10 out there too, saying the good traits of this week is that I'm really about to go see Bone Temple. Cannot wait. Nice, enjoy. And that Scream 7 promo, low-key, don't need a second trailer. That was perfect. Peyton, I can't even disagree with that. I'm totally fine with that being our second little teaser. That little TV spot we got, I'm cool with it. I would rather get less, to not know more about the mystery, but, the same side of me, the fan, in me who's just just doesn't care, does want to see more. There's this inherent part of me that I'm like, man, I kind of want to see more of the characters interacting so we can start cooking up some crazier theories. But I'm kind of with you, dude. I don't know if I want to see any more. I don't want to have anything else spoiled. So with that first trailer, I feel like definitely gave away some stuff. There was some stuff in there where I'm like, definitely feel like I know what's going to happen to at least two of these characters. But dude, enjoy the Bone Temple. It is a ton of fun. I thought it was even better than 28 years. Not trying to hype it up too much, but if 28 years later it was like an 8, 9 out of 10, I think that Bone Temple was a 10. 10 out of 10, baby. Lots to love. No notes, no complaints. I loved every second of it. And it's a divisive one. It's one of those movies where I'm like, I don't think everyone's gonna like this, especially with the first 45 minutes being what the first 45 minutes is about. But I loved it. I also think it has one of the most brutal things to happen in this franchise ever. And I won't say any more than that. But one of the most brutal sequences in a 28 blank later movie, without a doubt. Jonathan is hanging out with us too, throwing 10 out there. Thank you for the support. Really does mean a lot. Thank you for creating a space for those to not be alone with feeling lonely. Of course, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being with us. You are appreciated in the passion you share with the world. Blessed be. You're too kind. I greatly appreciate that a ton. And, I think that I started this page a long time ago with the little message I put at the beginning of my videos. Instead of having friends, I have horror movies. And while I think it is a fun little self-deprecating joke that I like to make to kind of just be a little disarming and fun, I think it is kind of true in a way. I think there's people who, it's hard to talk about something that you love that is a little more niche with people, and to have a space to do that, like at least a couple times a week. I think it's fun. It's a good time. It's a good time to just kind of vibe out and yap about the things you love. I think everyone needs to be able to do that in a space, and I think that is one of the more positive sides about the internet, So I think it's a wonderful thing. And Jonathan, I greatly appreciate you supporting the page, and I'm glad you're here talking horror with us, talking about one of your favorite franchises, movies, upcoming movies, things that has you excited. We have to do these things as human beings. So I'm glad you're with us tonight, my friend. Thank you for supporting the page. Thanks for being in this space with us, This wouldn't be too much fun if I was just yapping into the ether. You know what I mean? So these live streams are only as exciting as some of the craziest shit you guys like to put into the chat. So just remember, always just keep that in mind. Whatever crazy shit y'all are throwing at me, we're just feeding off each other's energy. That's the best part about all this stuff. Like how Chillin' Killin' Dylan is saying, taxes done already, baby. Listen, that might sound boring to you, but as an adult, that is the most if your taxes are done in January, that's the most wonderful thing ever. Guys, for the first time ever, I have gotten my stuff like kind of started to be kind of figured out in January. You guys might not know this, but doing taxes as a YouTuber is a fucking nightmare. And I'm actually I was ready. Last year, it took me over a month to do my taxes, running back and forth between all these different places. I have shit figured out on lock, and it is only the middle of January. You don't even understand how excited I am about that. But Dylan, congratulations. Sadly, I can't just go. I can't just go online and type out some stuff and be golden. I gotta got a tax guy, all that fun stuff. So we are making it all happen. I got the appointments locked in, set in stone. I already got a lot of my information. But man, I don't know why I'm talking about this. But it's something that actually has me excited because of how much of a nightmare it was last year. So life is good for me and Dylan. It's wonderful. It's wonderful stuff. Congratulations, though, dude. Mr. Tebow is saying, do you think that the leaks are true? There's some rumors that I believe are true that are going around. I don't know about everything. There's some stuff that's being said where I'm just like, I don't know about that. There's some people who are laying out plot beats that flow into each other that I don't think are true. That's where I think a lot of the BS is kind of coming from. But I definitely think some of the rumors that have been going around about the film are like, there's some things that I know are true that I won't share with you guys. But I definitely know at least how a few things are playing out in this film. This is, for me at least, Scream 7 is a movie I was okay with spoiling for myself, because there were some things where I'm like, I'm not even kidding. If they take us down this direction, I'm jumping ship. Like, what do you mean we're doing, what do you mean we're doing this or that? And, I had to look into some things, and I was just curious. But I have not high expectations. I have good expectations for Scream 7. I think it's going to be a solid film, and I think fans are going to walk away from it satisfied based on what I know. But I'm excited for it. I don't think it's going to be a perfect sequel by any means, but I think that it is going to be a fun time. And I'm really hoping that the new characters bring something really fun to this one. It's a really solid murder mystery. I don't know. I really want this to bang. I want this to be another hit for the franchise. We are getting a really interesting update, by the way, on Scream 7 today. Box office projections are out for Scream 7, and they're looking pretty damn good. I think it was like somewhere between like 20-30 million opening weekend. That's pretty damn solid for Scream especially. So things are looking good. Things are looking up here in Duloc, and I really think that this movie is going to do well. But again, keep the marketing rolling, baby. Don't just stop now that you did something for a month. Keep it coming. I want to see character posters. I want to see some crazy TikToks. I want to see some crazy advertising for the movie now. So let's keep it moving. Let's do this. Who else is with us? We got Daniel saying there are other cities than Paris and France, Jake. I know, dude. I'm a dumb American. Don't be so American. I know it's a problem. I am from, I can't even pronounce that. Up north, but I am not mad. Still love you. I still love you too, Daniel. Even if I can't pronounce the city that you're from, I still love you. Sadly, I am a stupid American, but I'm working on it. So I'm actively working on it every single day. But Daniel, I appreciate you for stopping by. It really does mean a lot. And I hope you get a ton of horror movies in Dunkirk. It could just be Dunkirk. That's a Christopher Nolan movie though. not a real place. I'm kidding. Josh is saying, I'm developing a film taking place in the same universe as Anus or A Nightmare on Elm Street. Just thought you'd find that interesting. Also, I dig your channel, dude. Keep it up. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. Developing a film in the same universe as A Nightmare on Elm Street. So, like, is there other, like, dream demons? What's going on here? What's happening? My fiance had to bust through the door to remind me that Dunkirk does star the pop star Harry Styles. It's his debut performance in a film, Mr. Harold Styles, who, by the way, we in this household, we are very excited for Harry Styles' new album that has just been announced for March 6th. Can you come into frame and show everybody your t-shirt? Thanks for the burp. Appreciate it. She even has a Harry Styles t-shirt on, baby. Let's go. Harry Styles, one night only in New York, which she definitely went to that concert and didn't just get the shirt. I'm so sorry. But we are very excited for Harry's new album. What's it called again? It says a weird name. It has a weird title. Kiss all the time, disco occasionally. That's it. Yeah. We are big Harry Styles fans in this house, and we are not afraid to admit it. So very excited for that new album dropping very soon. It seems like it's gonna be a lot of dance tracks.
Look at bit of a bigger fan.
She's a little bit of a bigger fan than me. She literally has the man tattooed on her arm. No, this is not a penis, although it does kind of look like it. Yeah, wait, hold it like at this angle just real quick. Here, yeah. Doesn't it kind of look like a dick and balls? Yep. It's great.
Flaccid penis.
And she can't show you this, but she does have a tattoo on her back that says, what is it?
Just stop your crying, it's a sign of attack.
That's one of the lyrics from one of his songs. And then also on your butthole, I believe you have kiss all the time, disco occasionally, around the ring of your butthole. So I can't believe the guy let you do that tattoo. I'm still just in shock about that. Crazy stuff. You have your, what? I didn't even know about that. Is that, Harry's signature tattooed on her stomach, guys. I think I'm cooked. I think I'm cooked if we go to this concert. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm absolutely.
We'll go to the concert engaged. I'll leave the concert.
We'll go there engaged. We won't leave engaged though. That's the problem. I'm just kidding. Hey, I love you so much. Thanks for dropping into the stream, and we'll watch some Vampire Diaries later because we got a review. You also have hip tattoos of Harry Styles. Yeah. How many Harry Styles tattoos do you have? Hit me with that again.
30 total tattoos.
30 total. How many? 20 Harry Styles tattoos. Guys, she does not even have one tattoo that revolves around Killjoy Jake, which is a problem. I'm just kidding.
This one's his.
Oh yeah, because he has that one, right? That's awesome. That's great. That's so. I'm losing this fight, guys. I'm losing a real fight. Just popped in at Butthole and was like, what is he talking about? Is that what's, wait, that's so funny. Why am I not seeing that comment? Oh, it's because I don't have live chat on. Yeah, here we go. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm fucking up today. Sid Gaming is saying I just popped on when he said butthole and was like, what are we talking about? Guys, it's already getting weird and we're not even 30 minutes into this. It's gonna be a weird night. I just hope everyone knows. All right, back to horror. I guess we'll stop with the butthole talk. Thank you for the burp, babe. We appreciate it. Everyone on the live really appreciates it. Ozone Hype is saying, hi, Jake. I hope this film is a bloodbath, but we could do with one of the new characters surviving since we know Scream 8 is greenlit. I think without a doubt in my mind, without a shadow of a doubt, one might say, that Tatum, Sydney's daughter, living through this one, without a doubt in my mind. And I think that hopefully we're going to actually pass the torch and like do more with this character, in the future. I'm hoping so, at least. I think that would be fun. Especially, like, not that I don't want to see more with the legacy characters, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is a franchise that is going to go on for a long time. It's going to, outlive probably Neve Campbell, probably a franchise that is going to outlive Courtney Cox. And, what do you do with Scream at that point? I think at that point, you got to keep it going. You can't just recast people. You can't just say like, oh, Sydney's played by this other person. We're going to remake Scream. Don't remake Scream. Just keep making Scream movies. Just keep having Ghostface going after different people. I see a lot of people saying this, Scream is Sydney, and I understand that. I love Sydney Prescott. Great character. Gale Weathers, same thing. Epic characters, love them so much. But I don't want to get to the point with these characters where it's diminishing returns and we're just bringing them back because they are those characters. I've heard this analogy before about like having the tools to work on a car. And that was what the original Scream was. You know, we had our car there, but now the franchise has evolved into a fucking yacht. And if you keep using the same tools to work on a car that you're now going to work on a yacht with, you're going to run into some problems. And that's my problem, I think, with bringing back the same characters over and over and over and over again in certain franchises. Especially a murder mystery series like Scream. You know, you kind of have to get into some new characters eventually. And as much as I love Sidney, this might be the final hurrah for the character. And I might be okay with that. You know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I want to see this murder mystery franchise thrive at some point. And I think especially if Scream 7 has yet another murder mystery with not a very good reveal, that's where I'm going to start to be like, okay, we really got to move on to some different characters. It's going to suck. It's going to be like, feel like ripping off a Band-Aid. But maybe Scream 8 will have to be just a whole new fresh set of characters. Maybe just no connections to Sydney at all and no connections to Woodsboro, but we'll see. We'll see what ultimately ends up happening with it. I just hope that this franchise can keep going on because I think we can just keep doing murder mysteries with Ghostface, new people underneath the mask, and it can be a really fun time. I want to see it continue onward. I really do. I think there's a lot of potential yet even with Scream. I think that there's a lot of motives that we've yet to explore, lots of different types of killers. And you know, pop culture that doesn't exist yet could be analyzed in Scream in the future. Like, I feel like you could make a Scream movie every couple of years if you really wanted to, because there's always going to be something new to talk about in the space of film, in the space of horror. And I really hope that Scream is able to do that constantly, be able to hold up a mirror to what the fuck is going on right now. Because it feels like every 3 or 4 years we have another big trend that I think you could kind of condense down into a Scream film in one way, shape, or form. So I'm down for this franchise going on for a little while. Let it roll. Let it roll, baby. Sid Gaming is saying, hang on, did I miss anything just real quick? I feel like I missed something, but I don't think I did. I don't think I missed anything. Okay, no, we're golden here. Sid Gaming, how are you doing, my friend? I had a theory that Leanne Mitchell, who we've seen had the nurse... Leanne Mitchell. Am I reading that right? We had seen had the nurse tag for Fallbrook Psychiatric Hospital as Leslie Mocker, but Stu doesn't know it's his sister as the nurse, and she helps him out. Leanne Mitchell. Am I missing something here? Do I just not know who this person is? This like a new person? I'm looking it up. Leanne Mitchell. She won The Voice. I don't know. I'm so sorry, my friend. I don't know what you're talking about. But I could see one of our killer's characters ending up being Stu's sister, considering that was something we only just learned about recently. Could be a nice way to kind of bookend this part of the franchise. I don't know. Could be cool, though. Derry is saying, I'd like to see the killers use Randy's AI voice to torment the Meeks twins a bit if they use AI tech. I think our killers are absolutely getting into something like that. I think that's what the characters of like Dewey Riley, Stu Macher, Scott Foley as Roman Bridger. I think that's why they're coming back, just to be AI voices. And no one wants to hear that because that's a bummer. I'd rather see these characters show up in some sort of flashback scene. I think that would be a lot more fun, a lot more satisfying for fans who love the ghost faces. But I just don't think that's going to be the case here, which I think really there's a lot of potential there. You know, again, I think there's potential for future Scream movies to do this. You know, have flashbacks still to other stuff that happened, just without having the legacy characters be such a big part of it. I think there is that is a possibility in the future. So, but yes, I do believe that it's going to be like them pretending to be AI, which is going to be interesting. Ozone Hype is saying, what is your genuine opinion with what will happen with Chad in this film? I could totally see him being our emotional death. I think that's kind of like a big thing that's been on the brain lately. Just because like the fan base really does care about Chad. Like anyone out of the core four that we love the most, it's Chad. And it's with good reason. I mean, he's such a lovable little teddy bear and he can get stabbed a million times and survive. So he's kind of in a way our new Dewey. And I really believe, that if he does die in this film, it'll be emotional. It'll hurt. It'll suck. He's a character we've really grown attached to, I feel, with the last 2 flicks. And that would really bum me out if that happened. And I want movies to make me feel things. So I think this movie ought to do that. Beer Belly Angler, how we doing? Jake, what's up, Beer Belly? How we doing? You watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and it was freaking great. After they won at the Globes, I checked it out and was happy I did. I still have to sit down and watch that. I've heard so many good things about it. But I have to admit, the name is just throwing me off. K-pop Demon Hunters. It, like, just all those words together, it doesn't sound like it would be good. But I'm hearing it's phenomenal. So what the fuck do I know? I'm going to sit down and watch it at some point. But I guess it just hasn't been at the top of my list. I want to watch it eventually, though. So for sure, it's coming up. And I'm glad you enjoyed it, my friend. Eli Cortez is with us. What's up? What's up? Welcome in. Nightmare Files is here. Those files are certainly nightmarish. Welcome in. Welcome in. JJ is throwing $2 out there. JJ, thank you for your support. You're saying Sydney and Tatum killed. Second daughter is the new Sydney. Dear God. So Tatum likely has some sort of siblings, perhaps, because we saw a stroller in Scream 5. So there's got to be at least one little baby or little toddler running around, little Evans baby mucking around. If not, I'd be shocked, because that's like, there's no way that little tiny baby in part 5 grew up that fast. Like, God, the growth spurt is amazing. But yeah, I don't know. Sydney and Tatum killed. Our 2 main characters both dead in a comfy little Scream movie. I guess I just don't buy it. I think likely both of them are gonna live. Tatum is an extension of Sydney in a way. I think your emotional death for the Prescott Evans is gonna be the dad dying, because I feel like he's a little more expendable. I feel like we're definitely not focusing on this character as much as we are like Tatum, for instance. We're seeing so much Tatum and Sydney in the trailer. If there's the 3 characters we're seeing the most in the trailer is without a doubt Gale, Sydney, and Tatum. So these 3 characters I think are maybe Sydney and Tatum for sure are living. Gale, maybe she a little more expendable, but Sydney and Tatum absolutely living through this movie. I would bet my bottom dollar on it. But we'll see what happens. JJ, thank you for the 2. Let's see how brutal this one gets very soon. Almost a month away. Almost. We are almost there. Killer Boy for Life is saying, what do you think of the new Scream 7 poster? I love it. Gives me some Scream 5 vibes. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think they're definitely going for a Scream 5 kind of vibe to it overall, just because, like, this feels like another Scream 5. You know, this is trying to bring the franchise back again in a different way. You know, they're trying to go back to the old school feel of Scream, I think, with this movie. That's going to be a big thing they're going to want to accomplish here. You got Marco Beltrami doing the score again. You got Kevin Williamson creatively in control, co-writing the script, directing the film. I feel like this movie, in terms of style and artistic direction, is going to feel a lot more akin to something like a Scream 4, you know, something more like that, where Screams 5 and 6 had more of a radio silence flavor. So I think that, you know, in those regards, they're going to get some stuff right. You know, will the murder mystery deliver? That's kind of the big question right now. I do care about the nostalgia stuff. That's nice. But I think I care just more about, like, what is the story overall? That's, like, first and foremost is always going to be story to me when it comes to any movie, just in general. But I definitely feel like, I think this one's going to feel the most like Scream 4, even though I do see the Scream 5 in influence here. So it might be like this happy medium between 4 and 5. Nightmare Files is saying, I always tell people to pay attention to the poster and the placement of both ghost faces. On top and below, got a big ghost face above, little tiny ghost face below. That's interesting. I don't know. Is there something to that? I did a video on the poster just talking about some different things I noticed. There's some interesting shirts being worn by certain characters. There's some interesting tells that could mean something. People looking, you know, different characters looking in different directions that could be hints at the end of the day. Who knows? But we'll find out soon. I am excited for it, for sure. This is interesting. Ty Lee is saying that if we get to 10 super chats, he'll drop the code, a digital code for Black Phone 2 right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's really exciting. We only need 4 more. So it absolutely could happen tonight. We still have 20 more minutes to get our goal. So I think, you know, we have a pretty good shot here. Pretty good shot of making that happen. Very exciting stuff, Ty. So just throwing that out there, guys. If someone wants the digital code for Black Phone 2, banging new movie from last year, by the way. Absolutely loved that one. Really cool. to see that go out to somebody tonight. That would be awesome. Not So Slim Shady is saying, I wanted to see a Halloween Kills level flashback in the opening. Me too. That would have been really cool. With so much of this movie feeling like Halloween Kills, clearly being inspired. We're burning down a house. We have, patients escaping from a psychiatric hospital. We potentially have a killer from the past coming back to, go after the original final girl. Maybe. I don't know. You would think that they would kind of play it close to that same playbook, but I guess not. And I think it's a shame, really, because a flashback would have been really cool. But I just don't think it's happening. Scott Foley said in an interview that he never received a script for Scream 7. How do you pull off a consequential scene that gives you backstory on this character without a script? That to me is something that's incredibly detailed if they were to go that route. If he just never saw a script, he was just told what to do. I strongly doubt we're getting any sort of flashback in the film. I just don't think that could be the case. I wouldn't want, and also if we were to get a flashback, I wouldn't want it to be handled so willy-nilly. Like, if this is just Ghostface lines being read in a booth to someone, you don't really need a script. You're just like, okay, so in this scene, you're going to say this and try to say it in an intimidating way. That's it, You don't really need a script to do that. So I think that's all that they did. I think they just got in the booth, recorded some Ghostface lines. That's it. Sadly, I think that's going to be the case here. Blair Hathaway is saying, did you like the House of Wax remake? I did. I did a whole video for Patreon and channel members on that one a long time ago. Really love that one. I think it's a little underrated, in fact. I think that 2005 movie is a ton of fun if you've never seen it. So, really cool remake. It's got a very similar vibe to almost like if Rob Zombie did that 13 Ghosts movie with Matthew Lillard. Like if Rob Zombie's flavor and that kind of mixed together, put them in a blender, you kind of get House of Wax 2005. It's a really interesting mix of tones and brutality. It's a really brutal movie, but it's kind of got like almost a Scream and 2000s-y tone to it, which is great. So lots to love about that one, I think. A lot of cool things going on in that movie. Definitely a hidden gem. Underrated. Ghostface Killer is saying, I want Gale to be the emotional death. That also could be the case. I think Gale absolutely could die in this one. I've kind of talked a little bit about how this is a character that I feel like already has had a diminishing return. Don't really feel like they did a whole lot with her in Scream 6. But honestly, even going back to Scream 5, like I feel like Dewey died, and I don't know if they really did a whole lot with Gale in terms of, that big thing happening. So I don't know. Gale's performance, Gale has not been a standout of 5 or 6 for me. And I feel like the last big movie where I really cared about her was absolutely Scream 4. So if they don't do something with Gale, I almost think they should just kill her off. I would hate to be sick of this character, because I'm already starting to get there. One more movie where she doesn't really feel like she needs to be there, I'm gonna be kind of like, what's the point of bringing her back? What's going on with all this? So would love to see them do something with Gale or give her a big stellar moment to make it all worthwhile. Big Brisk Yo is saying, I think we're getting a flashback if Roman is saving Stu and funding his care from the Stab movies. It could be, yeah. I mean, we could be, for sure. But again, I don't know if he would do it without a script. I think that's just one of those weird things where I'm like, I just don't know if that's going to happen or not. MB6 Films is saying, how you doing, man? Been a while. I'm fantastic. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. Thanks for being with us. Yeah, we're talking a little Scream. It's exciting stuff. We're getting real close to this movie. It's coming along. 6 more weeks. Really exciting times. We're going to be live a lot more talking Scream in that time as well, so make sure to stop on by for more streams where we're talking about horror and theories and who the fuck's underneath that mask. It's going to be an exciting couple of weeks, let me tell you. Corey Burrier is saying, Winnipeg says, hey, I love having the good vibes from Winnipeg, my friend. You're saying you're drinking some vodka and smoking a bit of the cannabis. Very good vibe. That's a really interesting combination. I feel like weed and wine is typically my combo, but I love that, my friend. So much love, Corey. Have a good drink and smoke responsibly and have a good time out there. So love it. Thanks for being with us. What a name is this? Swamp Crotch is saying, do you think the archive leaks are real? Why aren't Paramount getting them taken down? I think that there's a lot of leaks out there, and I feel like some of them are BS. I feel like some of them are true. There's people who are handling them in better ways, less spoilery ways, which I appreciate. But, on the other hand, that's not everybody. So there's some things out there that I definitely believe are true, but not everything. You know, there's a lot of people who are pretending to spoil the movie because they, you know, have a vendetta against it. We know that there's a lot of Scream 7 boycotters out there. A lot of it's BS. I've seen people post about it, and it's just like, well, that's probably not true. That's probably not something that's happening. I literally saw somebody post on Twitter almost word for word something that I have posted, made an entire video about one time. And I'm like, really? Like, you just watched my video and reposted the whole thing? Like, come on, dude. I almost made a post about it. I almost reposted it, but I'm like, you know what? This is just some dumb kid who's just really upset and probably just doesn't know what they're doing. So whatever, not a big deal, but I did think that was kind of dumb and weird. Anyways, Austin Allman is saying, I want a death during the school play to pay off the Scream 2 scene. Oh, play off of the Scream 2 scene with Sid. I think that we're definitely getting that in this new TV spot. We got a very quick flash of Ghostface taking out his knife. And we kind of see like some sort of set in the background. It almost looks like a fake cardboard tree. Definitely doesn't look like a real tree, that's for sure. So I think that could be happening on some sort of stage or some sort of set at the high school. That was a rumor a little while back that we were getting some sort of kill at the actual high school itself. So I think that could be the case. I think we're definitely getting some sort of kill similar to that scene in Scream 2, but of course that didn't result in a death. That was just like a little chase. That's one of those moments where I'm like, I don't even know if Ghostface was there. That might have just been, you know, Sydney just freaking out, having that trauma kind of flush back to her. But yeah, it's interesting. Eli Cortez is saying McKenna is 100% Stu's daughter. I mean, could be. Absolutely could be. I will say, like, fuck, Billy and Stu were busy, man. They were just shooting their goo all over the place. How did they both have time to, you know, have kids? If that's the case. I mean, I think it was already a stretch when they said that Billy Loomis had a kid, you know, that we never knew about until a long time later. But man, this is nuts. Some crazy stuff here. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they were shooting their goo or not. Anyways, Erica is throwing $2 out there. Thank you so much, Erica. Greatly appreciate the support. You're saying, we do you say? Where? Hit that button. You know, ask Corey. Corey from earlier in Winnipeg is all about that. Come meet me. He even threw something out there. Come meet me up at Canada's Wonderland this summer. You know what, Corey? I would love that. That would be absolutely wonderful. I want to go to Canada. So I want to be in Canada more than I want to be in the US right now. That's for sure. But man, Canada sounds great. Canada sounds like a dream right now. So maybe I will meet you up there, and maybe I might stay too. You never know. So apologies. I might just be living up there now. No, I'm just kidding. Gina is also hanging out with us, throwing $2 out there. Thank you, Gina. Saying, I have some here, Erica, but you'll need a flight. See, everyone, I just love, see, this is a great community. This is how you know everyone cares about each other. We got everyone's taken care of, baby. I love this. Gina, that's way too funny. So much love, Gina and Erica. Look at how this stream has devolved. We're 47 minutes into this, and buttholes and drugs have been big topics of conversations. Crazy, man. Crazy. Gina, thank you for the 2. So much love. Ray is with us. Online Filled saying, good idea, Corey. Yes. Yes. Sid Gaming is saying weed and beer for me. Look at this combination. Kay is also joining us, saying just joined the stream to hear about weed. Love that. Yeah, weed, buttholes. What else has been a topic of conversation tonight? Harry Styles, baby. Maybe we'll even talk about Harry Styles' butthole. I mean, I don't know. It's who knows how crazy this stream is getting, baby. You never know. You never know, baby. King Matthew III. What's going on, Matthew? How we doing? What's up, Jake? How are you doing tonight? I'm freaking fantastic. Can't join the stream because I'm hanging out over on Sista Pam's stream, but I wanted to pop in and say hey. Tell Sista Pam I say hey. Are you like on her stream right now, or are you just like hanging out? Hang on. I'm going over to her page. I'm gonna say hey. She's also, look at her. She's also got a 6 weeks till Scream 7 live stream going on. I'm hopping in. I'm gonna tell her I hope she's doing well. 6 weeks, let's go. Everyone go tell Sister Pam you said hey. She's great. Okay. Back to it. Very good stuff. But yes. What's up here? Let's get back to it. Who else is with us? We got Rai Mastani saying, do you think they will end the movie on a cliffhanger for Scream 8? Do I think they will end the movie on a cliffhanger? I'm really on the fence about it. I think it would be fucking awesome if they did. And if this was some sort of big two-parter, that would be great. But we've actually heard from Mr. Kevin Williamson from his lips. Technically, it's in writing over in that What's Your Favorite Scary Movie book. He referred to Scream 7 as a one-off. This is actual language in that novel during an interview, which I think is interesting. So I don't think there's going to be a part 2 because of that. I mean, he quite literally called it a one-off. And that to me is where I'm like, okay, you're losing me on the cliffhanger there. That tells me this is going to be its own thing, and whatever Scream 8 is going to be, we're moving into that next. But yeah, I guess I just don't think it's going to have a cliffhanger ending. I would love for it to, though. We've never done that before. We've heard that Kevin Williamson has wanted to do some sort of cliffhanger ending. But I will say it's harder to get 2 movies greenlit than it is just one. So I think that could possibly play a factor into it. You know, you can't win them all with those situations. But I personally would love one. I would be so down for it. I think that would be fun. Of course, if you had the story to tell across 2 movies, if you had a reason to do the cliffhanger, don't just do it to do it. You know, have a good reason. Have a good reason to back it up, baby. That's what I would say. But definitely want it to happen for sure. Corey's really excited for Send Help, new movie from Sam Raimi. It's an R-rated horror flick from him. Been a long time since we got one of those from Mr. Raimi. So definitely excited for that at the end of the month here. Your boy will be covering it. I might go see Night Patrol like very soon. Like I might, you know, do I want to go see Night Patrol tonight? Dude, that Night Patrol looks fun. Speaking of new movies, that's another one that's out this weekend, as well as 28 Years Later. But man, that might be fun. Might be a fun one to watch. Anyways, Hollywood Guy's throwing 5 out there. What's up, Hollywood Guy? How we doing? Hey, Jake, what's up? Don't anyone even the chat. Don't anyone even the chat. But I'm the secret ghost. Don't tell anyone in the chat. I got you. You're the secret ghost face in the new movie. I was told not to say anything. I trust you, right? Yeah, you can trust us. Don't worry. All 78 of us won't say anything. Hollywood Guy. We definitely won't. No, we definitely won't say anything. Nothing at all. No, I'm just messing around. Hey, Hollywood Guy, thank you for the 5. Greatly appreciate you. I can't wait to find out if you really are Ghostface or not. I don't know who to trust anymore. I don't know who to trust. Appreciate you a ton. Thank you for the 5. Jordan Talks Films is saying, oh snap, I better pop over to Sista Pam's. Go tell her I said hi. Tell her Jake says hey. Tell her I'm also excited that we only have 6 weeks until Scream 7. Lots of exciting stuff. Stefan, what's up, Stefan? How we doing? Jake, I know I wasn't on your streams this month, but here I am. Missed you, buddy. I missed you too. Thanks for being with us, Stefan. Appreciate you a ton for dropping in, talking a little Scream 7 with us. Let us know what your theory is for the upcoming film, because it could be anyone underneath that mask. You know, we don't know who it's going to be. Nightmare Files is saying, I've noticed a lot of channels copying you, Jake. They're not copying me. That's not what it is. It's everyone's excited that it's 6 weeks away. That Scream 7 6 weeks away, baby. Come on now. But for some reason, those channels get a lot more people on their pages, and they aren't close as entertaining as you. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. No, but I love all the Scream pages in the space. A lot of cool people. Sista Pam especially is very cool. I had a lot of good interactions with her, so she's wonderful. We love her page. We got a lot of love for Sista Pam. Hope she's doing good. Really do appreciate her a ton. So I hope she digs Scream 7. Deej, huh? Dejand? This is just a lot of letters, I think is what this is. How's everyone doing? How are you doing? DEJ and Imesk. You know what? I'm not gonna try. I'm just butchering it. I'm so sorry, my friend. Thanks for being with us. How are you doing? Having trouble pronouncing your own name, perhaps? I'm just kidding. I'm too silly. I can't help it. Jason Barker is saying, hi, Scream 7 could be amazing. I hope so. Stu will be alive, but not Ghostface, I think. So what's he doing? He's alive, but he's not Ghostface. He's just hanging out, rotting in a basement. I feel like if he is doing that, I feel like if he's in a basement, I would be okay with Stu being alive if he was this gross little golem, like just in the corner biting into rats or something. I just really want to see weird little dudes eating rats in basements, caverns, sewers, perhaps. Always down for this. You guys, if you guys watch my Halloween Ends coverage, you guys know that's what all. If I see that, I'm sold. You know what? I might not be a big Stu truther, like how you guys know. But if Stu is alive and he's biting into rats and he's got like wispy hair, you know, kind of like Gollum or what like the Penguin, in Batman Returns, if he kind of looks like that now, yeah, I'll be sold. I'll be like, okay, no, this is pretty fucking sick. Mr. Tebow is now a Ghostface member. Yo, dude, thank you for the support. Appreciate it a ton. Thank you. I was saying this earlier, but I am really excited to post a big review of the Vampire Diaries. That's going to go up for channel members, Patreon supporters. A lot of cool stuff. So a lot of cool stuff in the future coming up. Really excited to talk all about that. A really interesting season of television. I have a lot to say about it for sure. ASMR Ty is asking, have you seen the trailer for Undertone? Holy shit, this horror movie podcast looks crazy and good. Yes, it does. I'm very excited for this one. Multiple reasons. So Undertone, it's coming from the director Ian Tuason, who he just got I don't want to say the word pegged because that means something else these days, but he just got hand-picked. That doesn't mean anything gross. To direct the next installment in the Paranormal Activity franchise. Really exciting stuff. Now, it's because of this movie Undertone that Ian has even said himself is very inspired by Paranormal Activity. So that's really exciting to me. Paranormal Activity, found footage fans should perk their ears up. This movie looks like it's going to be super creepy. It's not found footage, but it feels very Paranormal Activity inspired. Like just from watching the trailer, you can kind of tell that. Sounds like the audio is going to be really creepy and gross and nasty. And I think this movie might be a big surprise. The trailer, I feel like, didn't give away too much. Just had a lot of really creepy sounds to it. Gave me goosebumps while watching it. Watch it with headphones to it. Couldn't recommend that enough. Really creepy, really gross, really weird. Total vibe though. Definitely excited for this one. Bat Super is saying I need trailer 2 ASAP. That teaser was so good. Yes, definitely excited for more coming up here very soon. Eli's asking about the mortuary assistant, the trailer for that. That just dropped today. I just have been trying to get to it all day long. I've been in meetings, doing collabs. I've been busy. Put out a new video today on where I think the 28 Years Later franchise is going next as well. So it's been nuts. But at some point, I definitely want to talk about that. Really excited for that one. Love the video game too. Hollywood Guys throwing 5 out there saying, Jake, in all fairness, the movie needs more marketing, except for only 2 trailers. When the second appears, but I need more. You think it's coming soon though. I definitely think we're gonna get a second trailer soon. I feel like before the end of the month, we probably should get something else. Biggest reason I'm saying this is because, I mean, the movie's gonna be a month out pretty soon here. I mean, it literally drops next month in February. It'll be a month on, January 27th. And that's not too far away. Is that that's not next week, but it's the week after, man. And we should be getting another trailer soon. They got to have something big to play in front of the Super Bowl, too. That's another big thought that I have right now. They're probably going to have some sort of big 30-second teaser. And I don't know. Are they going to just do the TV spot again? Are they going to play that during the Super Bowl? This is a huge horror release. I mean, we're going to get something during the Super Bowl, there's a ton of opportunities to place these ads, to get it in front of multiple eyes and tell people, hey, there's another Scream movie coming out. I'm sure there's some fans that don't even know. There's some people that just don't follow it as closely as all of us crazies. So I definitely think we're getting another trailer sometime soon, and maybe even some more footage to break down, but hopefully not too much. As I've said, there's that little middle ground that I want to strike. So Hollywood Guy, thank you for the 5. Greatly appreciate that. Corey Burrier is saying, are you going to do a Red Right Hand too? No, but I might be doing something else. I don't know. Might be working on something else right now. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. You might hear about it soon, though. Who knows? You might hear about it soon. I don't know. Acres of Movies is saying, make toxic waste on Ghostface. Like Toxic Avenger Ghostface? This is crazy, and I love... Trauma Scream would be insane. What would that movie even look like? I'm here for it, though. I gotta read... Guys, I have a horrible confession to make. I was going to do a review of Toxic Avenger last year, and I never got around to doing it. I saw it very late at night after a very long day of work, and I could not keep my eyes open during the third act, so I just didn't review it. I felt so bad. It's a very good movie, and I recently finished it. Recently went through the whole thing completely awake, and it's a very good film if you guys have not seen it. Really cool remake. Maybe my favorite trauma film, if I'm being honest. It's up there for sure. But Macon Blair did a really good job with that one if you guys haven't seen it. Really fun stuff. Really goopy, lots of practical and VFX effects, which some people don't like. Some people don't like digital stuff, but I think it actually looks pretty good. So, Stefan is saying, Jake, buddy, your theories are so fun for Scream 7. I think you predicted everything in this movie. God, I hope not. Oh, I hope I'm dead wrong going into this one. I don't want to be right about anything. I want all my stupid ideas to be very wrong and completely off. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what we're getting into here. But I appreciate that, Stefan. Thank you. Freddie Guevara, maybe, perhaps. What's up, Freddie? How we doing? I'm doing good, bro. How was your night? Freaking fantastic. I'm glad that you're with us. Wait, Akers is saying like he's covered in slime or goo? Yes. Yeah, whatever that is, yes. I want slime, I want goo. God, I like goopy gross monsters are my favorite. That's what I really want. That's what I want more than anything. Guys, we have also made it to 10 super chats. I meant to say that earlier. Really do appreciate that a ton. Not only will we be going for another hour, but, I don't know if Ty Lee's out here. Ty did make a promise that he would throw out a certain thing for Black Phone 2. So I'm just saying, Ty, if you're with us, that did happen. So let us know. Let us know if that's out there. Oh, that's too funny. Acres of Movies is saying, I really want to see you do a scene in a horror or a thriller movie when you're using microfilm and you learn more about a killer and then you piece it together and you get in a car and try to solve it. That's awesome. I love that. I would love to be like the detective, the young detective in something. That would be fun. That'd be a really fun role to play. Putting the pieces together, try to figure it out. Erica Stabs for Likes is saying, I don't think McKenna is a ghost face, and I never did. It's all misdirection with that blue plaid skirt. So do you think that, McKenna Grace, as well as Sam Reckner's character, both wearing blue plaid now, as we've seen in not only the poster from a couple days ago, but also the trailer itself. Could this be misdirection? Could they both be deaths in the film? Because that could be the case. I mean, they know we're looking for that at this point. And I will say, they specifically have 2 characters wearing blue flannel now, blue plaid flannel in the trailers and the marketing. So, of course, we're going to point to these people and be like, is it them? But is that too obvious? You know what I mean? Is that too obvious giving it away that it's like, well, it can't be them now? You know what I mean? Of course the fans are going to pick up on that. It's been a tell basically since the original movie. So could they both be big deaths of the film instead? Sam Reckner and McKenna Grace. Red herrings, perhaps. I think absolutely yes. I think the marketing has done a pretty good job at trying to misdirect us a lot. I really think so. I think they're making us think that Stu is back. I think they're trying to make us think that maybe these 2 characters could be killers as well, but maybe all of that's a bunch of BS and it's somebody else at the end of the day. So we'll just have to see. I think the poster has a lot of interesting secrets, which if you missed my video from, was it Wednesday? I don't remember. I don't even remember when I posted it. Look at that. I made a lot of videos this week, guys. A lot of fun videos. Yeah, my video from Wednesday, I talked a little bit about the poster, broke down some of my theories on it. It's a pretty good video. Give it a watch. Really fun discussion on just some of the little tiny things I noticed about that trailer. Sorry, that poster. That I feel like gives some interesting things away. Maybe. I could be wrong, though. Mr. Tebow is saying, what about a guy Sydney rejected in high school who takes revenge on? Why is he coming after her like all these years later, though? That's my big question. It's been like 30 years since high school. Why just now? Why just now are we like, you know what? You remember that stupid idiot person that rejected me in high school? I'm going after them now. I'm 50 years old and I'm mad. I don't know. Excuse me. I feel like it's got to be, if it is someone who connects back to the past, it's got to be someone who has come back into Sydney's life, maybe in the present. So maybe, I don't know, maybe she reconnected with, I feel like anybody who has a connection to her past, though, Sydney is going to be super like sniffing that one out. I think that's another problem with trying to connect it back to the original, is it's like, if it's anybody that Sydney even remotely knows or recognizes, how is she not going to just be like, it's that person? You know what I mean? Oh, that's Stu's sister. Oh, that's Billy's, aunt. I don't know. You would think that she would be able to sniff that person out, I think. It's going to be real tough for the killer to actually be someone connected to the past, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Corey Burrier is saying Orphan 3 Whoa. Yeah, Orphans. That one's coming out very soon. Really excited for that movie too. I think that's going to be fun. I had way too good of a time, way too much fun with Orphan First Kill, a prequel film from, was it 2021, 2022, one of those years? 2023 maybe, actually. I can't remember. It came out kind of recently. Wow. Like, did not think I needed an Orphan prequel film, and that one was pretty damn good. I had a very good time with it. It delivered on the little things I wanted from a franchise continuation to a definitely one-off movie. But had a really good time with it. I'm really excited to see whatever the fuck Orphans is, but it ought to be a good time. We'll see. We'll see. Wayne Newton Ghostface. Ooh. Okay. That's interesting. That's who I think it is, right? Am I just... Yeah, Wayne... Okay. No, that's not who I'm thinking it is. Wayne Newton, somebody else. Who's the guy... Oh, I forgot his name. Who's in Five Nights at Freddy's too? That's also in Jurassic Park. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. Wayne Knight. Thank you. Wayne Knight in a Scream movie would be really fucking cool, though. That's who... I don't know why that's like where I went when you said that to me. Wayne Knight, great actor, though. Great character actor and a ton of really good stuff, too. Would love to see him in more movies. It was kind of fun to see him pop up in Five Nights at Freddy's too. Honest to God, he's my favorite part of that whole movie. I think he did a great job. Would love to see him pop up in more horror, especially big stuff like this. Yo, Ty Lee has just put out the code for Black Phone 2, ladies and gentlemen. That is it's first come, first serve. Someone might have already gotten it. U04GRQRTE79FBYK9. Type it in. Go get it somewhere. It's all you guys. I'm not taking it, so someone else can have at it. That's a movie I want to buy. I want to buy both the Black Phone movies. I'm sure they'll do some sort of box set, right? They're going to do something for that. There might even be a third movie that comes out. Who knows? Acres of Movies is saying, what time will you see it that Thursday, and will you see it beforehand? Paramount Spyglass screenings upcoming. There actually might be some early screenings for Scream 7. They usually never do them, but I'm hearing rumor, from the people that I get my early screenings from, that there may be one in the area. But it's not just because it's Scream, where it totally relies on its twist, that they might not do an early screening. They just usually don't do early screenings of, like, not every movie. It's only some movies that they do them for. For instance, they were supposed to do a Primate early screening, and that never happened. For instance, here in where I'm from in Cleveland. So we never got one of those, but we did get one for 28 years later, The Bone Temple, which I got to see back on Monday, which was nice. So you never know. It doesn't happen with every movie, but I am actually I'm getting word that we're actually going to have an early screening of that one. I might actually be able to see it well before the weekend it comes out, which would be great. I would really love that. I would love to see it early and get a review ready to go beforehand. That would be nice. Well, I have a lot of things to talk about regarding the film, so a lot of cool stuff. Who else is with us here? We have Dean hanging out. What's up, Dean? How we doing? Welcome in. You're saying, I wish they would go down the Scream 5 and 6 route, well alluded to in 6 at least, of Reddit folks obsessed with the movies. They're angry about the movies getting away from Sydney, so they bring her back in. I agree. I think that would be an awesome motive. And I think that you could find ways to make it different than something like Scream 5 or the opening scene of Scream 6. I think there's new ways that we could reinvent that and make it more relevant to, like, right now. And a lot of things going on in the space of horror. Especially we already know that these killers are a little different than what we've seen before in the past. They're vilifying AI. They're using AI technology to replicate voices of the dead. That's interesting. I feel like there's a lot to say about that. We already know from the opening scene too, or at least what looks like the opening scene, that true crime is going to play a big factor into the film as well. It's some sort of, true crime angle, and how the Stab movies have kind of glorified that, Hollywoodified, just true crime and made it into something fun, not really thinking about the actual consequences, the actual trauma that people went through within these stories. They're just turning it into entertainment. So how do the killers view the Stab franchise? How do the killers view the real life events? Are they just like, you know what? I don't care that Sidney Prescott is traumatized. If there's more stories revolving around Sidney, that means that more Stab movies can be made. So I just want to put Sidney Prescott in that situation so we get better Stab movies. That would be such a meta motive. And I know that people would see that and be like, it's just Scream 5 again, when it's so different. I mean, it's comparable, but it's so different. Oh man, there's so much more to say with something like that. So I would be so down for that, my friend. I am with you 100% of the way. That would be a lot of fun. What is this name? Luciano? What's up? How we doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Kyle Gallner, who plays Vince in Scream 5, is 39 years old, and Anna Camp is 43. I don't understand how she could be his mother. You know, it's a crazy world we live in, where we have people who are in their mid-20s playing teenagers, oftentimes, in TVs, movies, TV shows, movies, all the time. I mean, the Stranger Things kids, they are not high school age, you know, and they're playing 18-year-olds in that last season. They're like 35. I'm kidding, but they're like 30, almost 30. Like, I think, isn't Finn Wolfhard like 24, 25 or something? Hang on. How old is he? Because he ain't 18. He's 23 years old and he's playing an 18-year-old. Listen. They can make it work. It doesn't have to be perfect with the actor or actress's age. You're playing a fictional character. You know, you're playing somebody that you're creating a different person. That doesn't have to exactly be your age. So she absolutely could play his mom if she really wanted to. But it all depends. It all just depends. And also, isn't Kyle Gallner technically in that movie? Isn't he only supposed to be like 20 or something? 21? Because I think that they say something about like, oh, he's an older dude that like Liv was dating in the movie, but it doesn't seem like he was like that much older. Like maybe 21. I think that was kind of like the route that they were trying to make him seem like. So I don't think he was supposed to be 39. Like, dude, you'd have to call Dewey for a totally different reason. You know, get Sheriff Judy Hicks on that, not for a Ghostface case, but for for something else entirely. If he was that old, Jesus Christ. I mean, my God. What else is going on here? We got Kay saying, I saw Screams 5 and 6 on Thursday night before its official release. I hope they do the same for Scream 7. I agree. That's probably when I'll be seeing the film, unless they do this crazy early screening. But I would love to see this one early, man. That'd be fun. Thursday nights is always a fun time to see horror, too, because you see it before everybody else. You see it before everyone gives a big, crazy take about it online. And I feel like that's a lot of fun. Jason Barker's throwing some love about Black Phone 2. It was awesome. Yes, totally agreed. Samantha Robinson is out there. What's up, Samantha? How we doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We have Hollywood Guy throwing another 5 out there. Thank you so much for the love. Greatly appreciate you. You're saying, Jake, do you see any other weapons used besides a knife? There were guns in the last one. I hope they keep it up with one weapon. Yeah, you just want it to be one, like just the knife? I mean, I'd be okay with that. But I do hope that Ghostface scores some like environmental kills. I think that would be, that was a lot of fun for me, at least in Scream 6. Guys, I forgot to get a water before I got on stream, and I'm suffering because of it. I'm like, I gotta go get something to drink. Yeah, like a different weapon. I don't necessarily need Ghostface to use a shotgun again. That was fun in Scream 6. But I think my biggest thing is I want to see Ghostface score some environmental kills. Like have the knife knocked out of his hand, and now he's got to scramble around, figure out how to kill his victim and still come out on top. So like, great example of this. I love the ladder sequence in Scream 6. That was a lot of tension, a lot of, just a lot of suspense, and then it ended with a really brutal death. I mean, I'm going to be honest, Annika's death in Scream 6, one of my favorites of the whole franchise. So can we get something else like that? I'd be down. But I also don't mind seeing Ghostface use his iconic weapon. You know, the is it the Buck 150? Is that what it is? I always forget the name of it. But yeah, I love that. The knife is great, man. The knife is great, but I want to see some environmental kills too. You know, not everything's got to be Ghostface with a shotgun, but it would be nice to get a couple of those, I think. Hollywood Guy, though, thank you for the 5. Want to get some iconic Ghostface kills too, but also some other crazy shit. Critical Overlord is with us. What's up? How we doing? How we doing? A little Scream 7 nugget will be the pinned comment of the video tonight. Just to give a clue, my ears are smiling. Critical Overlord, I feel like the more we learn about this movie, the more I think we're really going to like it. I think there's a lot of cool stuff with this one. A lot of things that I'm hearing that I'm like, this actually sounds pretty cool. So I think that the more I'm learning about it, the more I'm like, okay, I think they're going to deliver. I think they're going to deliver something good. We've had a lot to worry about, but I think realistically, I really think this one's going to bang. Mr. Sin 702 is saying they probably are saving all of their money for marketing and promotion on Super Bowl weekend. That also could be the case. Wouldn't mind that at all. A lot of people are going to watch the Super Bowl. I mean, even people who don't like football are probably going to be watching the Super Bowl, man. I have not watched an NFL game in multiple months, but I'm probably still going to watch the Super Bowl, whoever ends up going. Never the Browns, sadly. Never the Browns. Crazy. Leanne Bingham, 1995. How we doing, Leanne? Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Jake. Just wanted to drop in and say love your content. I love you. Thanks for being here. It's great listening to you talk all things Scream. I never get to make a live stream due to timing. I'm from the UK, but love the videos. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. I try to go live earlier every now and then, so hopefully you'll be able to join one of those streams. I'm going to try to do an earlier stream this weekend. I'm going to start streaming a little bit on the weekends if I can. So who knows? Who knows what happens? Anything could happen. It's kind of fun. Love it. But Leanne, thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you a ton. And also thanks for watching the videos. Really does mean a lot. So thank you. Thank you. Jacob Dean is saying thoughts on Gale being the mastermind, making a fresh motive on the movies. I feel like Gale could have been the killer in like Scream 2. I could have gotten into something like that. Gale is so introduced as a villain in that first movie. I mean, she does not seem like a good guy. Sure, she's right, but that doesn't mean she's a good person. You know what I mean? She's still profiting off of, Sydney's trauma in a way and kind of leading to more Ghostfaces coming about. I feel like that's such an interesting thing when it comes to Gale Weathers. Is like, if she didn't write about these, if she didn't publicize the events that unfolded in all these movies, maybe Ghostface would stop fucking around and trying to kill Sydney. Maybe there would be less people with a motive. And I think that's so interesting. So Gale to me is not someone who would go out and kill, but had they taken her character in a different direction, I think you could have done that a long time ago. Now, not as much. I think there's too much history with this character to ever see her become a killer. She just doesn't seem like that kind of character for me. But I would love I would love a Gale-focused Scream movie, like Sydney's not even there kind of thing, where it's literally just Gale and she has like a rival reporter that she's going up against, and this other person ends up being the killer, like an evil version of Gale Weathers. That would be a ton of fun. Would love something like that personally. I think that would be really shocking, really surprising. Mr. Tebow's throwing another $5 out there. Thank you, Mr. Tebow. Thank you for the support. You're saying, what about being strangled with your intestines? Haha, not a threat? You're saying that, oh no, Jake, that's not a threat. I'm just saying, what if Ghostface strangled somebody with their own intestines? Well, first of all, that's pretty fucking awesome, is what I think about that. Holy shit. Not only are you ripped open and looking at your own guts, but now you're being strangled to death by your own. I mean, that's insanity. That's a crazy way to die. So I would love to see that kill happen. That would be really cool. I want to, look, Mason Gooding promised us some viscera, lots of blood, lots of guts in this new movie. I want to see that. I want to see all that. We better be getting that. I hope Kevin Williamson is watching this right now. We better be getting lots of blood, guts, and gore, and people getting ripped apart. I want to see some crazy kills, baby. Samantha is asking if there's a gaming stream tonight. I was gonna do one. I'm so sorry. I cannot make it happen. But we will be having a big gaming stream on Monday, Martin Luther King Day, baby. Since some of us have off, like my wonderful fiance, we are going to be streaming some games that day over there. I did not have time to do a gaming stream this week. That is going to change moving into the next week, though. We're going to try to start doing many more streams on there, especially after these fun streams, heading over to the gaming page, playing some horror games. Got a lot of fun stuff we're going to do over there. So definitely stop on by Monday. We're going to do a very long stream playing a bunch of different games. It's going to be a good time. We're going to try to fit some Fall Guys in there too. That's been heavily requested. So definitely want to make that happen as well. So Samantha, gaming streams coming up. It's happening. Chris Nichols is saying, what if Jill survived and she's the person in the wheelchair? That would be that would be insane. I don't know. I don't know if Jill's still around, but it would be crazy if she was. I love Jill. I think if there's any killer where I feel like her motive would still be relevant now, or still you could still do something with, it is absolutely Jill. Like, I feel like this is a character we could just see keep coming back for many more movies if you really wanted to, just because I feel like the motive works so well. I love Stu. I love Matthew Lillard. Put him in a million more movies, but I just don't know if like his motive. I don't know if he's a. I don't want to say he's a strong enough character, but I just don't know if like what would his motive be. You know what I mean? Why would you need to bring him back? I'm sure you guys have a million answers, but for me, Stu was just the sidekick. He was the goofy sidekick in the original Scream. Love that about him. I don't know if I would want to see him change all that much from that. I like that he's the goofy sidekick vibes. So I don't know. I feel like he's kind of always had that mentality, that mindset. Jill is someone where I feel like she was kind of in charge of that fourth movie. There is more you could do with her theoretically if she was still alive. Erica Stabs for Likes is sending out 5 Killjoy Jake gifted memberships. Really appreciate you a ton. Thank you, Erica. Those are going to 17 ninjas. 17 of them, guys. That's a lot of ninjas. Nightmare Files is receiving one. Mr. Mastermind Killer, Moon 07, and Luddy Network. Welcome to the fold, everybody. Much love, much love. You guys will be able to see a really fun video coming shortly all about the Vampire Diaries. So I'm really excited to put that one out here soon. It's going to be a fun little review video. Definitely give it a watch. Stefan is saying, any new updates on Thanksgiving 2 and T4? Are these movies in pre-production or have they started filming? Terrifier 4 is in pre-production, has not started filming yet, but we should be getting some sort of news update on that sooner than later. I imagine that there's this rumor that Terrifier 4 is going to drop in October. I don't think that's true. To my knowledge, they have not started filming. And, when it came to Terrifier 3, they were already getting ready to shoot in like December of the year before that one came out. So like December 2023, we were talking about how that one's going into production pretty soon. That's just not the case with Terrifier 4. So I do not think we're getting it this October. I've had a lot of people message me saying that there's some sort of, rumor going around that it's dropping in October. I strongly doubt it, which bums me out. Trust me, guys, I want to see this movie tomorrow, but I don't think we're getting it this year. I think it's likely going to be a 2027 film, is what I'm thinking. They might shoot it over like sometime over the spring and summer. To my knowledge, it is in pre-production. But the other thing you got to think about when it comes to Terrifier 4 is it's likely going to be a bigger film. It's going to be an epic, like something even bigger than Scream 7 or Terrifier 3, Terrifier 2. I think it's going to be a longer, bigger film. An epic conclusion to this storyline with Art the Clown. So that's my thoughts. Again, who knows? Maybe it's a smaller film. We'll see. But I genuinely think, just based on everything we know about it so far, they're going to turn this slasher into an epic, which I'm really excited about. Thanksgiving 2, however, really haven't heard too much about it. I imagine that they are going to be moving forward with it shortly. But Eli Roth has a lot of projects right now, guys. He is working on his horror, what is it? The Horror Section Company, which they do like, they're doing like a lot of indie releases, and they're also working with Snoop Dogg to put out a new horror film. So he's got like a million projects under his belt. I understand if Thanksgiving 2 isn't necessarily a priority for him, but that does bum me out. I would love to get another Thanksgiving film at some point. That first one, ton of fun. One of my favorite reveals in a murder mystery film recently. A lot of good stuff there for sure. Wyatt is saying, Jake, when are you making another Scream fan film? I'll be honest, I've tossed around the idea, but I don't know. If I were to do another one, I would probably do something that's a little more of a straightforward Scream thing. Red Right Hand obviously was a lot more experimental. We wanted to make it more of like a pseudo found footage flick from Ghostface's perspective, and it's cool for what it is. But what I do if I did another Scream fan film, it would be like just a straight up murder mystery, like something a little more akin to the actual films themselves. I don't know. I guess I don't have the best idea for it. My big thing is I do have an idea for different kinds of fan films, and who knows, maybe I'm working on that right now, but maybe different franchises we're going to explore soon. We'll see. We'll see what's up, but I'll keep you guys updated. We'll see. Maybe I can talk about it soon. We got JJ throwing 5 out there. Thank you, JJ, for the support. Scream 8 reset with the younger cast, maybe social media stars. No Sydney or Evans people. New city, new motive. Scream 8 goes straight horror and no meta. I feel like you can't do Scream without little meta, though. I don't know. I want the meta commentary to still exist. I want the murder mysteries to still exist. I want Ghostface there. But I think you genuinely could do a Scream film with an all new cast. Get some good people. Don't just get anybody. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be like, let's just get so-and-so, whatever. I would get some good people to be in it, but I will say, after Scream 7 comes out, I plan on doing a video talking about like folks I want to see in a Scream film. And I can already think of like 3 people off the top of my head who are in other things similar to Scream and gave great performances, have not been in a Scream film yet. One of those names is Milo Manheim. Dude, get Milo freaking Manheim in one of these movies. He is so good in Thanksgiving. He is so good on School Spirits, and I have not seen those dumb zombie movies, but they don't look good. But I love Milo Manheim. I think he's a great performer, very underrated. Would love to see. I would love to see him in a Scream film. That would be awesome. So, would love to see Scream 8 just kind of do a reset, fresh cast of very familiar, great young faces. Olivia Holt is another name that comes to mind. Would love to see her in a Scream movie. There's a lot of, just point being, there's a lot of people you could put in a Scream flick who would probably play some really great characters. Those are 2 that come to mind. But love that, JJ. So much love there. Really hope that we get a little bit of a reset when whatever comes next. Holy shit, I forgot. I didn't even realize this. Is it actually John Carpenter's birthday today? Wait, I gotta look this up. That's nuts. Oh, man. January 16th. Is that today, or was that a different day this week? Hang on. That's today. No way, dude. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Happy 78th birthday to John Carpenter, man. I'm gonna have to put on like The Fog or something tonight. Oh, The Fog is so underrated. I haven't seen They Live in forever though, so I don't know. I might put that on. Big Trouble in Little China. I've seen Halloween and The Thing, so I mean, I just watched The Thing. I just saw that movie in theaters late last year. I don't know. I might put on something weird from him. Haven't seen They Live or Big Trouble in Little China in a little while. I'm just looking at his catalog right now. I'm like, fuck, I haven't seen some of these movies in a little bit. But happy birthday to the GOATs. John Carpenter, master of horror, baby. We love him to death. He has some very iconic movies, guys. If you haven't seen his whole catalog, I haven't even seen his whole catalog. Make sure to watch another John Carpenter movie you've never seen tonight. Because, man, there's a lot of good stuff from him. Let me tell you. Jason is also saying, I'm good with what we got on Scream 7 so far. Just need the character posters, and I'm golden. Seeing it minimum 4 times in the theaters regardless. Hell yeah. Jason, I love the love there, my friend. That's awesome. Enjoy the film. It's going to be a very good time, I think. Yo, Eric from the Bearded Entertainment is with us. What is up? What is up? You're saying, all right, everyone, public campaign. Everyone tweet and tag Damian Leone to let Jake and I be in Terrifier 4. Hashtag no shame. Guys, I will just say, one time, this happened a long time ago, but I did tweet at Damian Leone, and I was like, would be kind of cool to be in Terrifier 4, man. I mean, I'm just saying. And he did reply back saying, if anyone deserves it, that's what he said. So I'm not even trying to say nothing. I'm just repeating the words of Damian. just repeating the words. That's it. It would be really cool to be some sort of part of that. I would love to just be some asshole eating some popcorn walking down the street. I don't know. Just to be a part of that franchise would mean the world to me. To be a part of Scream or Terrifier, just in general, either of these franchises, I can't even tell you what that would mean. I mean, I would be like over the moon about that. Both of these franchises mean the world to me. To even have the smallest, tiniest little part in either series would be fucking awesome. So, Eric, get the campaign going. Tweet at Damien. Tell him to reach out. My email is open, and I will respond whenever. So that would be great. Eric, thank you for the 5. I greatly appreciate that so much. And what the fuck? Oh my God. This is insane. Mr. Tebow has sent in $100. I really appreciate that. He didn't even write anything. Didn't even tell me. He just wanted to throw $100 out there. That's so kind, my friend. Thank you for the support. Thank you. That's crazy. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for supporting the page. Really does mean a lot, man. It's crazy. It's this time of year, right before a Scream film, it is always just so much fun. There's a lot of love in the air, and I really do appreciate you guys for keeping me in business. It's an honor to be doing this and keeping a fun vibe before one of these movies comes out. It makes it such an event. I know you guys are excited for Scream 7, but I'm even more excited for Scream 7 too. You know, it's like it's great. It's energy going back and forth, baby. So thank you for letting me do this. It's all because of you guys, and again, just really does mean a lot. Thank you. So much love. Eric is getting back to us with another 5-2 saying, if it can only be one of us, it needs to be you, Jake. But I'm trying to get them credits too. Eric, we're gonna make it happen. Yeah, you're my ride or die, Eric. I'm gonna tell Damien, listen, I will not do this film unless Eric is with me. I need my man with the way longer beard here. Otherwise, there simply won't be enough beard. This is all I can do, okay? I don't, this is not even an inch. You have many inches, Eric. And I know that sounds gross, but it's true. We need you and your inches in Terrifier 4. Guys, tweet at Damian Leone that we need Killjoy Jake's inches and the Bearded Entertainment's inches in this damn movie. I hope my fiance is hearing me right now and just thinking, what the fuck is he talking about over there? I love it. VPN Snappy is saying Jesus loves you, and he loves you too. What's up, VPN Snappy? Welcome in. He has risen, baby girl. I always think of Deadpool 3 now whenever I hear that. It's too funny. Too funny. But Eric, so much love to you, my friend. Thank you for the 5. Again, let's get in Terrifier 4, baby. Let's make it happen. Let's sneak onto that set. We'll just be some dumbasses in the background. That would be great. Mr. Tebow would really love a Scream game. Well, you know what? I would love that too. that would be freaking great. I want like an Until Dawn style Scream game where it's like you're making decisions, trying to figure out, who the killer is, and like maybe it resets every single time. It's like it's a different kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like it's a different thing each time. But it would be kind of fun. It would be kind of fun to have some sort of game like that where it's a different killer you're trying to figure out each time, and there's the Ghostface. There's chase sequences where you have to like kind of get the fuck away from them and shit. I think that would be a lot of fun. That'd be kind of cool. Unbridled Instinct is saying the month of February is going to be my favorite because my most anticipated game is coming out, which is Neo 3, and my most anticipated movie, which is Scream 7. I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. Very exciting stuff though. Really excited for Resident Evil 9 coming out that month, which is the same day as Scream 7, hilariously enough. So new Resident Evil game, new Scream, and is Bruno Mars is also releasing an album that day. February 27th is stacked, guys. Lots of stuff happening that day. Wow. It's insane. Scottish Geek Guy, what's up? How we doing? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for talking a little Scream. Very good stuff. Just Jess is also saying, hi, everyone. Welcome in, Jess. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you a ton. After Bearded is saying, after Atlanta, I have experienced sneaking on sets. Eric was responsible for that little video that went around of what's her face? Tatum getting chased by Ghostface, which was pretty damn cool. We're actually seeing that some of those shots in the trailer, which is fun. But Eric, very good stuff, very good reporting there, buddy, on getting that little video. Very cool stuff. So yeah, you do have experience with all that fun stuff, and we do appreciate you a ton. It was cool being me, craving something scary, having that first rest in peace, and also being able to see that way early on. Way too much fun. Holy crap. Dude, we just got a big The Exorcist update, ladies and gentlemen. The new movie from Mike Flanagan comes out on March 12th of 2027. That is really exciting. Mike Flanagan, does that guy sleep? Does he ever just take a rest? Is he ever just chilling out? My God, he is always working. Wow, really big update there. Gonna have to talk about that in a new video here soon. It's exciting. Jen is with us, throwing $5 out there. Thank you so much, Jen. Appreciate the support. You're saying best way to get an audition for Scream 8 is through an agent. Hello, everyone. Yo. Welcome in, Jen. See, the problem is they are not going to want my dumb ass on a Scream set because I like to talk about these movies too much. So I don't know if I'll actually ever be in a Scream film, but Terrifier is one that I feel like it's not as reliant on like a big twist. You know what I mean? Like that's more about like, what's the big kill going to be? So that I feel like I could make happen. Scream, that's a little tougher. I would love to just be some idiot in the background though. Maybe I'll be a background actor on a new Scream film. That would be great. Like there's a big crowd around a dead body or something. And I'm just there like, I can do the Home Alone face all day. Kevin Williamson, sign me up, baby. Sign me up. I'm calling my agent, who definitely exists. But Jen, thank you for the 5. I really appreciate the support and the advice. You never know. Maybe you'll see my ugly mug in the background of one of these movies one day. Rob Zombie's also releasing an album on February 27th. Dude, there's going to be a million videos dropping on YouTube that day. There's so much to talk about. Holy crap. That's nuts. That is nuts. Val's Views is also with us. Happy Friday. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Scottish Geek Guy is saying 28 years later, the Bone Temple got the year off to a good start horror-wise. Yes, 2026 already ripping, rocking, and rolling. We have a lot of good movies already. I really enjoyed Primate. 28 years later, the Bone Temple, fucking awesome. Maybe best movie of the year. And then we also have Return to Silent Hill next week, which I'm personally really excited for, man. I fucking love Silent Hill. Really excited to see another one of those dropping so soon. So lots of good things coming up here. Lots of good things. And a new Rob Zombie album. I'm not over that. That's crazy. VPN Snappy. How we doing, Snappy? Welcome in, welcome in. I was going to do this, but I don't know. I was going to get Bluetooth headphones in the theater, and my mom and brother, and I was going to be on a call with my friends while having my camera on. You really shouldn't do that. I will say the theater people might be upset with you. But if your family can't make it to the theater, I imagine it'll be on digital or Paramount not too far after its theatrical release. It's usually only a couple of weeks, and then it makes its way to Paramount. So hopefully they'll be able to see it sometime soon. VPN Snappy, though, I do have a Discord. We have a whole Discord page for the YouTube channel that Erica here actually made, which is really cool. So definitely check that out. I'm not sure. Do I have the link for the Discord page actually changes? So I don't know if I have it in my description. I don't. But every now and then Erica will share it out. So yes, I do have a Discord page. Go check it out. We'll talk horror all the time over there. It's awesome. It's great. Great stuff. So definitely check out the Discord, man. A lot of fun people in there. Mr. Tebow's throwing 5 out there again. Thank you for the support tonight, man. Oh my God. Really appreciate you a ton. You're saying I want to see Sydney get chased too. I want the voice changer being pulled out during the reveal. Didn't happen in Scream 4 or Scream 6. Having the voice changer, like talking through that essentially. Yeah, we've had a lot of killers doing that in the different movies, which has been kind of fun. You know, having a creepy little scene like that. It's like, oh, it was them doing the voice the whole time. Richie, did it last, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that was kind of cool. It was a fun little scene in the movie. I wouldn't mind. It's classic. You know what I mean? It's iconic. I wouldn't mind it at all. But I'm cool with whatever they want to do. I kind of liked some of the different ways to reveal killers in the franchise. I think Scream 5's Amber, is very it's not exactly the same as what they did with Billy, for instance. Billy does have his little line and then shoots Randy in the shoulder, but how they did it with Amber was a lot more shocking, at least for me. It was just she just says I know, pulls out the gun, bam, what? I didn't even have time to process that. It was so quick. And there's something about that big shock that just really landed, especially in the theater. I don't know. That blew me away. That was really cool. Amber's reveal absolutely rocked. Again, very similar to Billy's reveal in the sense that she's still pulling out a gun and shooting somebody. But I just loved it. That scene, amazing. Some great stuff there. But I agree, would love a really good reveal in this film where we're just like, oh my God, what? Can't believe it was them the whole time. If that lands, I'm going to be very happy. That one kid is saying Jake could definitely be a killer in a Scream movie. Amazing acting. You're too kind. Thank you. honestly, I'm going to be honest, to do Red Right Hand, that was like just one of the biggest reasons I wanted to do it. I was like, I really feel like I could do a Ghostface killer. Like I really want to be able to do that and make that happen. And man, that was fun. That was a really good time, just being able to play a crazy killer in that movie. So I don't know. I would love to do that again at some point. You never know. Never know what'll happen. But I'm here for it. Stefan is saying, should I watch 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple? Is it a good sequel? Yes, it is like one of my favorite movies of the year already. And I know that's not saying much considering not a lot of movies have released this year, but fuck, it was so good. And I don't even know if anything else is going to top it. Like, I'm going to be so real. It's one of my favorite movies. I think it's going to end up being one of my favorite movies of 2026. And I know it's very, very, very early to say that, but I feel pretty confident about that. I'll tell you what, it looks like it's going to be a top 10 of the year without a doubt. I loved it to death, and I don't want to say too much about it. Go into it, enjoy it. If you like the first one, you will love this one. If you hated the first one, if you hated 28 Years, you're probably going to hate this one, though, is what I'll say. If you thought 28 Years was a little too weird for you, this one's pretty damn weird. Talia is saying, I honestly can't believe how close we are to Scream 7. It's almost a month away, baby. I am so excited. Cannot wait for this one. It's going to be a very, very good time. Very, very good time, guys. Are you watching Scream 7 or earlier, or will you watch it the same day as releases? I'm not sure. I was talking about this earlier. It might be getting an early screener for it. I really hope so. There's been a rumor saying that there's going to be some sort of showing earlier for folks, and if there is one, I will absolutely be there. That would be really fun. Would love to see this one early and get some sort of spoiler-free review out before it's released. So really hoping I can do that. But guys, I do want to thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. I am losing my voice so bad. And if I keep talking, I will have no voice to make videos or streams for tomorrow. So I think I got to sign off. I'm starting to get like, I'm going to have to whisper. I'm starting to feel it hurt a little bit. I've been nonstop talking for the last 5 hours. I'm actually looking at the time. I'm like, I've been talking and doing stuff since 3 o'clock. My God. So I'm going to get moving, but I do appreciate you guys so much for supporting the page tonight. It really does mean a lot. We will likely be live tomorrow. I'm going to try to do another stream at some point tomorrow. And again, just really appreciate y'all talk and scream with me tonight. So much love, more fun stuff on the way. I got a really cool video idea that's coming out soon. And like I said, Vampire Diaries review is coming out for channel members and Patreon supporters. So much love to you all. Have a very safe night and fun weekend. Drink responsibly. Smoke responsibly. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Bye-bye.